Word. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and get started then, since Rook is here. This is our Q&A session, our monthly Q&A with Rook from Justice League. Definitely one of my inspirations as far as production, and the credits go on and on. But Rook, I'll let you introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm just Rook from Justice League, man, and if you're concerned about, I said, I hope you know who I am. I can only hope, anyway.
We
I
all know, bro.
can't be too pretentious, you know. Yeah, man. So yeah, Rook Justice League, we've done a couple records and here and there. You know what I mean?
More than a couple. I kind of gave him like a brief history of some of the records you guys have touched. Everyone from Young Jeezy to Drake to Rick Ross. Everyone knows the Maybach Music records that y'all did. Aston Martin Music, that was a huge record. The credits go on, and they speak for himself.
Thank you, man.
Word. But we appreciate you being here. So I'll kind of kick it off, man. The first thing that I wanted to ask you about was something that you had kind of put out there publicly on Twitter a couple months ago regarding your production with Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what happened with that?
Well, I can't go too much into detail.
As much as you can.
Much as I can, yeah. Well, a producer signed to us, was working with Chance the Rapper, and he did a few tracks on his mixtape, and thus, did a couple songs on the album, and the single, the No Problem single as well. And basically, Chance circumvented the protocol in regards to what the business or the handle the business.
Right.
And so now we're cleaning all that mess up right now, basically. Yeah.
So you're essentially saying that y'all didn't get paid for your work.
Yeah, we didn't get paid, credited, or anything, but we're fixing all that up because sometimes I can't shut my mouth. So so I had to make our attention known because his manager and lawyers and all that weren't responding to us via email, text, or anything. So we had to.
And that's so crazy to me, bro, because obviously people know Justice League, people know your production credits, people know Chance, so whenever I hear an artist of that caliber kind of fucking over a producer of your caliber, it's like, how does that happen? I mean, it's like so unfortunate, but
well, it happens because at the time, Chance really wanted to use our name on his acid rap album, and we didn't give him permission, and he still used it. He still used our name on there. It happens because people. I don't really think Chance really still understands the logistics of the industry, and he tries to circumvent his way around, the infrastructure of the music industry. So, so with that said, he thinks he can, cut corners. Oh man, I'm giving away my music for free, but in actuality, you're not. You're lying.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not giving away for free.
Right.
Because his SoundCloud account is still monetized, so it's not. You're not giving away for free.
And in addition to that, I mean, y'all helped kind of launch his career in a way, because that was a big project for him. Like he's not just monetizing on that music, but I'm sure he's monetizing in a lot of other ways ways too, with that music helping his career.
Acid rap is being monetized as an album, and like you said, it's being monetized in other ways, whether it be shows, touring, stuff like that, placement, syncs, and all that stuff. So, he traveled the world off that album. That mixed, so to speak, and he didn't have permission to use her name, and he never really came back and even said thank you. He never came back, said nothing. It was just, I'm gonna use your shit, and what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So I don't really like the image that he's portraying of himself, or that it's a built image. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Hold up, yo. Mute your mic, please. If you're not speaking, he probably doesn't even know he's unmuted. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it for him. My bad.
No, all good. So I think, I'm not saying that Chance is a bad artist or a bad person. He just doesn't understand the infrastructure. Doesn't understand the protocol. And to me, that just screams disrespect. So we'll just have to handle it in the courts, basically.
So what can a producer do then in those situations where a major artist wants to use your beat? What can we do to protect ourselves kind of off rip?
Nothing. Like it's sad, but you can have all the contracts in the world and this and that, but nothing. Unfortunately, the contract is only gonna, help you when you go to litigation. And once you go to litigation, that's when it costs a lot of money to sue people. You know what I mean? So, to protect yourself, people always say copyrights and this and that, but in actuality, when you create something in a tangible form, that's legally your copyright. You don't have to register it. You know what I mean? But just do everything that everybody says in certain music business books and all that stuff, and do your best. But there's no guarantee that motherfuckers are not gonna steal your shit. You just got to trust the people. It comes down to trust.
So then I guess my follow-up question to that would be, is there still money in the placements game? Is it still a viable option for a producer coming up in 2017 to rely solely on placements to create a career for themselves?
Yes, but it's more advantageous for producers now to be producer artists and featuring, artists. You know what I mean? Like Justice League featuring so and so, or Kato on the track featuring so and so. You know what I mean? Like, so it's more advantageous in that regard now in 2017. Because the producer has all the power, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying beat maker, because anybody can make beats, but if you can get an artist in the room with nothing in front of you, don't play any beats, and make a song from scratch and make that shit a hit record, you're a producer. You know what I'm saying? But anybody can just play beats. Yeah, you like this beat, you like this beat, you like this, like anybody. But I still do that. I still play beats and I still make beats. So it's not, you know what I mean? So, making beats is just one aspect of producing.
What are some of the other aspects of the producer game in 2017? Do you see as like big opportunities?
On top of being a producer artist, I would say, just on the creative side, of course, vocal producing and all that stuff, but mixing, mastering, trying trying to think. It's the game is almost shifting to it. The producer artist has a little more power than just the artist.
Yeah.
So
have you dabbled in the whole sound kits and selling beats online? Have you ever done any of that stuff?
Well, we sell sounds and plugins online at luxurysoundsociety.com. So we make an AUVST for just whether you're Machine, FL, Pro Tools, all that. So we make plugins for that.
Yep.
Which we design ourselves, which is cool. It's fun for us, and as far as we don't sell beats online. Like we've never done that. But I don't knock anybody who does. I think that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I want to open it up to our other members to ask questions. So typically I just let you guys jump in. If you have any questions, now's your chance.
Yo. Can you hear me?
Yo. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How did you sell your first beat?
How did I sell? Well, it was really working, making beats, making music, producing records, for a long time with a lot of major artists, and we finally sold our first beat to young Jeezy. But we were working with him for a long time, and so. And it was just knowing. Actually, we met his manager at the time. He's actually a major player in the game, Coach K, who's Coach K, Migos and all that, and so we met him in Tallahassee, and we just hit it off from there. We gave him a CD. He was like, "Yo," she's like, "Yo, y'all motherfuckers cold. Yeah, I want y'all to come up to Atlanta." And we worked for Jeezy for a good few months before he even had a record deal. And it was us, Shorty Red, Drummer Boy, Midnight Black. A lot of us were like working with Jeezy, Jazzy Faye. A lot of us were with Jeezy time, and we just so happened to the final cut of his album, and that was our first beat that we sold technically. And I'm shit. Was it Thug Motivation 101? Let's get it. I'm proud to be part of that album.
Classic, bro.
Yeah, that's
fucking classic.
I know. When I first heard, because we heard the records all while we was making them, we heard all the records and all that shit. But when we finally heard the final product in the stores, I was like, yo, this shit is fucking special. Like off the bat, it was like one of those, like when you hear Illmatic, your Doggy Style, all that type shit. I was like, yo, this is fucking special. Like, I've never heard anything like this ever in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, this shit is special. Like, it changed rap music forever. I was like, and I'm proud to be part of that shit. Honestly.
You should be, man. That's not a bad first placement to have. I mean, that's coming in the game strong if you get a song on TM 101.
Absolutely. Us, Drummer Boy, his first placement was on there. Shorty Red, Shorty Red previously worked with Jeezy, but this is major label stuff. So it was cool. Cool. Dope as fuck. So I hope I answered your question, bro.
Yeah, you did. Thanks, man.
Dope, man. Pleasure. Thank you.
How do you differentiate on which artist to work with and which one not to?
That's a good question. I think I like working with people that I actually like, and but even if I don't like them, I like the challenge of not liking them creatively and then still making a dope song. Like, damn, that shit makes me like, damn, I'm good. Shit. You know, like, this motherfucker sucks, but damn, I just made this motherfucker. But you know, I like, man, I like everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be a little polarizing individual, you know, when it comes to my online persona or what I say. But I think the people that actually know me, they know that I'm like halfway joking, and I'm just like, you know, I just like fucking around with people. But you know, so it's you know, um, you know, to finalize the answer, I think I of course I like working with people who have a budget. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I don't, you know, if you don't have a budget, it's cool, man. Like if you got like a big movement going on, or I feel like that you about to be the next one, then fuck it, let's work. I don't mind, you know.
Word. Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I got a follow-up question to that, Rook.
Sure.
What the fuck happened to Laws?
That's a great question, man. You know what? Laws is a good friend of mine. Laws, we're working on music now. Um,
He
I think,
was like everywhere. At one point, Laws was everywhere. All the blogs were covering him. His music was everywhere. Like,
yeah,
obviously, the fact that he was working with you guys, Justice League, it was huge. Like, he was kind of the next up. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him on like a double XL freshman cover. And
yeah,
then, like, it seems like all of a sudden he just fell off the face of the planet.
yeah. It was in the works, man. I can't really speak on his personal, you know, ongoings or whatnot. I think it's to be in this industry is really hard. It's really hard, and um, there's a lot of pressure involved. And you know, so I can't really, because I'm not him, so I can't really explain. But from what I understand, it's, you know, sometimes people need breaks from, you know, from music and from the whole industry thing, because you know, me, I'm really militant in regards to making music. Like, yo, you gotta do it again, do it again, do it again. Make music, make music, make music. This is your fucking life. Fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really fucking like, so I could be hard on people when it comes to making music, because I want the best, the
Yeah.
best. So uh, so maybe it could have been me, you know, just my abrasiveness when it comes to, you know, making music, or um, you know, just the pressure, or just he just needed a break, you know. But we're back making music, and right now we're just trying to figure out a sound that's gonna make him fit into this new era
Right.
of you know, because he was hot. It was like, man, it was like 9 years ago, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't feel that long, but yeah, it's like 9 years ago.
It's
So
crazy.
so the sound changes and all that stuff. So, you know, we're gonna figure it out. We actually got some really fucking dope shit. Like, really,
Okay.
we're gonna put some
I'll
stuff.
be
But now the blogs ain't popping with them like how they used to be. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So now it's the playlist. The playlist is the shit now. So,
Yep. Yep.
and those motherfuckers, man, they're so goddamn corrupt. This is like boxing judges. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got 20 grand, you get on a goddamn playlist. You know what I'm saying? Fuckers.
Crazy, man.
Wait,
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be looking for that because I was a fan
yeah.
of Laws too.
Nah, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I remember you giving me some beats too for him, so I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh shit, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, for sure.
And I got my ear to the street, bro. So I got you early on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Damn. Um, who else wants to jump in with a question?
So wait, I got one. How do you separate your beats from every other mediocre beat?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Make it stand out.
from other people's tracks?
Yeah, like yeah.
Well, we use a lot of like
Live.
real instruments. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, we just did a track with Neo a couple weeks ago, and the first thing that we did, we just hopped on the drums, the live drums, tracked them, and that was our basis. We just, all right, cool. So we got a drum beat going with live drums. So now let's build around that, you know, and then so basically just stuff that you can't really download or other people don't have, and then people. I'm not personally good at creating sounds and synths from like plugins or keyboards. That's not really my forte. But if you can do that, like the modular synths and all that shit, and that's fucking cool too. I respect those people that actually create sounds and shit. That shit is cool as hell to me. But yeah, man, just the sounds.
So you do still think that it is important for producers coming up today to distinguish themselves by creating their own sound and their own kind of kind of trademark sound?
Absolutely. Even if you get a drum pack from online, you can just make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
Mixing.
So it's just experimenting, man. Experimenting and like if you heard a sound that somebody else used in a popular song, or even it doesn't have to be that popular if it's already out, then don't use it. You know what I'm saying? Just use something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's hopefully that helps.
Yeah, thanks. Helped.
Dope.
Who else?
Dustin.
What's up, Rook?
Oh, we got a face here. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what up? I was wondering how you, like, for you personally, how do you treat production? Is it like a 9 to 5 type of thing for you, or do you just like make music whenever you're feeling it?
I think it's the latter. Well, I know it's the latter. Just make music whenever. It's whenever I get inspired. Some people are better at doing 9 to 5, but I'm better.
Hold on.
Being
Yo, please mute your mic if you're not talking, please. Thank you.
All good. Yeah. So me personally, I just whenever I get inspired or whenever I have the time, I'll just go ahead and make some. Some people treat it like a 9 to 5. Like I know my brother Ilmine, he treats it like a 9 to 5, and that works for him. I wish I could do that. Yeah, he's a little more organized than me as far as mentally, because I'm fucking everywhere in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of those organized Asians. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
so, shout out to the organized Asians, man.
That's it. So so Ilman, that works for Ilman, man. He wakes up like 6 a.m. and gets ready and he does his thing. And me, I just kind of I don't really sleep that much, but whenever I get up, I'll just do whatever. If I want to fucking fly a kite, I'll just fly a kite, and then I might get inspired by flying a fucking kite, and I'll just go make music. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So whatever works for you, man. Whatever works. Whatever works.
So.
Yeah, but if you're gonna speak serious, you can't have a 9 to 5. Just FYI.
Yeah. I mean, this is creating a music career is definitely a full-time job. So if you got if you got like a 9 to 5 and you're trying to do music, it's basically like having 2 full-time jobs.
Yep.
If you want the music to work, it all depends on how much you're willing to sacrifice. So.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny how I always get pushback on that. I say it on Twitter a lot that you can't have a 9 to 5, you can't have a full-time job, or even a part-time job doing this shit. And I get a lot of push that people are like, yes, you can. Look at Jake One, he had a job, and Kanye had a job, and I'm like, all right, I didn't say that you can never get hired or have a job ever in life, but there's going to be a point where you have to quit your fucking job and do this shit, like just all the way, 100.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you 100%.
Mm-hmm. Like even Jake One, he's like, yo, I had a job when I had my early placement and shit, but when I quit my job, that's when my career took off.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. So I got fired. So
What kind of jobs did Rook have before the music shit popped off?
I was working at General Motors, man. I did for the phones and shit, like customer service.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I did what do you call that shit? Alternative dispute resolution. So where when people's cars fucking up, and we had to like offer them motherfuckers like like extended warranties and shit like that, and free oil changes. So the motherfuckers wouldn't sue General Motors. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I was like working with like Jaheim and Angie Stone and Monica and shit. So it was like at when I started working with all these big stars, and my job was really, really getting in the way of you know what I'm saying, me traveling, me having to do this, that. I was like, fuck it, they're gonna have to fire me. I'm gonna just collect this paycheck until they fire me. Hanging up on motherfuckers and shit. Like, hey, they called me in the office. They was like, yeah, so we see your phone record and it looks like you been hanging up on everybody. I was like, yeah, all right, so what you gonna
do? And here you are today.
Exactly.
Damn.
I didn't give a fuck.
Hey, it all worked out, man. It all worked out in the end. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Who else wants to jump in with a question?
Hey, my name's Dustin. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Dustin.
All right. I'm a sound designer trying to market my sounds.
Oh, I can tell. You were the guy making all the noise. I can tell.
I'm sorry. Trying to market my sounds. And I'm wondering, what do you look for when you're looking for new sounds? Because you said you don't make them.
Man, you know what? Man, just some fucking weird shit, bro. Like, like, man, just I can't really explain it. Like, I gotta like be in a room with you almost.
Right. But you look for sounds online. You look for sounds like what grabs you?
Me, man, me personally, it depends on the track I'm working on. Depends on the song I'm working on. I like weird. I like 80s stuff. I like, I like
vintage.
Yeah, I like vintage stuff.
Retro.
Yeah, I'm really into the retro. I've always been into the retro stuff.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, that's just me personally. I love really warm, sounding synths. Just really cool. Just I like pads. I like the horns and the fake strings and the fake choirs. I like all that fake shit. But but the cool fake, what I mean? Like even stuff like on like a DX7 and shit like that. I like that kind of stuff too. And but the real sounds are like real. Like if I'm gonna use a guitar, I'm gonna use a real guitar. If I'm a motherfucker use a choir, I'm using that fucking choir. I'm not using goddamn contactors. I'm going to motherfucking church. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get some good people out there and do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. What was that?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Cool, man. Cool.
Dope. Grass Kingdom says DX7 is love.
Yeah, DX7 is the shit, bro. I love it. I think we used the DX7 on what song? Like the actual DX7. I think it was one of the Jeezy songs we did. I know we used that. Yeah. I actually used remember that Jeezy song Fame, the him and T.I.?
Yeah.
Actually, I did the drums on the SP1200 on that one.
That was was that on Khaled's? No, that was on Jeezy's album, right?
That was on 103. That was I forgot 103s. I forgot what this shit was called.
Yeah, I remember that. Dope.
Yeah, it was on him and T.I. Yeah, I used the SP1200, and that's the only time I got money because that's just too cumbersome and annoying to use. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Word. Who else?
Yo, I got a question. What's good, Rook?
What up, bro?
Hey, so I got a question for you. You listen to like Spanish trap, like Bad Bunny and shit like that?
You so well, here's the thing. I spent the last like 3 years in New York, so that's like that shit is everywhere in the streets. You know
Like Lito, Quirino, and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
So, what do you think is missing? Because that's the type of like I'm trying to dive into that shit. I'm in Orlando. I'm trying to dive into that whole market, and I know Spiff TV is like kind of like trying to merge that between the American market and the like Spanish market. What do you think, like from you viewing it, like what is missing to make that happen? Right now, they started, they started doing trap, and that shit sounds like American trap from like 2000s and shit.
Yeah, no. I think they have good cadences and all that stuff, and I think a lot of the English is missing from it. People don't really understand what they're saying. So if they could do like a mix of Spanglish, you know what I mean, that would help. The beats would help, of course. In New York, they got a lot of dope niggas. Actually, these fucking dope boy Dominican niggas, these little niggas that be on the fucking corner and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Selling dope and they be rapping and shit. And niggas is hard, man. But they don't be speaking English, so it's kind of hard to like cross over because they don't like when you sing Spanish, it sounds pretty. It sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
So you can cross that over easily. But when you're rapping Spanish, man, that shit is like, man, it's hard. But
So you think location matters, like where somebody's at? That's kind of like a follow-up question I had, because like everybody I know, like you from St. Pete, right? You know James. He just moved to. He's gonna like plan to move to Atlanta. He shut down the studio, and he's moving. So you think like location matters for somebody to like make it, or like you're from St. Pete? Did you have to move out to?
Yeah, I had to move. There ain't shit in St. Pete but fucking dope dealers and goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Ain't shit going on. Well, at the time when I was there, wasn't shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Orlando was cool, but man, it's hard, bro. It's hard. New York, LA.
Miami?
Nah.
No?
Nah. There's no labels there.
It's true.
Word. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just like to get opinions. I'm going to Full Sail. I'm trying to move to Miami afterwards, but I just like to get opinions.
Miami was cool for creating, cool for vacation. It's just hard because you don't really have a big label presence out there. You know what I mean? Like whenever you have, like say you got an artist that's popping, you could just, you're in New York, you could just hop on the train or hop on the Uber, you're going straight to the label. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with LA. You know what I mean?
So Rook, why do you say having labels in your city, how does that kind of relate back to the producer, right?
Well, it works for me because I'm a producer and I'm close with the labels. But as far as creative, like Atlanta runs rap. Miami, they kind of run the dance. I wouldn't even say they run dance. I don't know what the fuck Miami runs right now. I don't know. LA runs more the pop, dance, EDM. Yeah. New York is pretty much everything, hip hop shit. The Bronx got the fucking #2 record in the country right now, so
yeah.
New York kind of runs hip hop right now.
Shout out to Cardi B.
Exactly. So man, for artist producers, I think location, everything is what you make it, man. Everything is what you make it. If you're in Orlando, you can hit up, DJ Nasty and them, and try to get on the radio there. Tampa, you got Wild 94.1 with Orlando Davis.
Joey.
Yeah.
Franchise.
Yeah, Joey franchise. There's a lot of DJs over there. The 95.7 with Sandman and stuff. 95.7. New York. You got Funk Flex and you got a lot of DJs out there in New York. I think New York kind of takes it for granted. I think they take the Spanish trap shit for granted too, because that shit is everywhere in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you gotta be like really fucking good for that shit to blow the fuck up in New York. You know what I mean? LA, I don't even think they would even gravitate towards that. In LA, they're just now starting to fuck with trap shit. You know what I'm saying? Out there, the DJs anyway. The DJs out there in LA, they really play the LA shit. They really play LA shit.
Right. Just like Atlanta, just they love their Atlanta shit.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I wanted to ask you something because one of the main things that I get asked whenever someone new comes into Beat Club, or just when I meet any kind of new upcoming producers, is how do I get more placements? Like that seems to be one of the top questions from every upcoming artist, upcoming producer. And
right nowadays, man, you gotta be a hustler, bro. You gotta be a hustler. Like people, like when I came up, it was more or less like the you gotta have a good manager and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now you just gotta be a hustler, man. You gotta be a hustler, whether it's going to studio, whether it's getting your shit out there on the internet or whatever. Like you gotta be a hustler, like everywhere. Atlanta is good for producers. There's a lot of rappers out here.
Yeah.
A lot of writers here. I think LA, New York, and Atlanta are good for creatives because there's a lot of writers, a lot of artists, a lot of man. So
I agree.
How do you get more places, man? You just gotta be a hustler, man. You gotta be willing to sacrifice to see tracks. You gotta get them. You gotta get them motherfuckers away.
So you're saying when you're coming up, you shouldn't be charging for your tracks.
You gotta pay your dues. I mean, you can charge these little guys, Joe Schmo from Idaho, charging $50. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is he really gonna do with the track? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you get potential Gucci man and he wants to use it on his mixtape, but he talking about he only got he ain't got no budget. Fuck it, just bite the bullet, man. Just paying your dues. You know what I'm saying? Just paying your dues. Shit, I pay my motherfucking dues. I don't fucking ghost produce for motherfuckers and did shit for free and all types of shit. You know what I mean? So ain't nobody's above that shit. Nobody.
Yeah. I agree. I tweeted something the other day. I was like, if you don't have a chip on your shoulder by the time you get in the game, then you didn't earn your spot, because I feel like you just have to go through so much bullshit, and a lot of it is just trial and error and learning from your mistakes. But
some people mistaken chip. They got like a fucking. Some people got a chip on their shoulder, but they ain't did shit. Those are motherfuckers always fail. You know what I'm saying? Those motherfuckers, boy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about too. I can think about at least a couple people that pop in my head.
Yeah, and then people that just swear they know everything. They swear they know everything, or they swear they this and that, or whatever. Bro, like, stop it, man. You just fucking yourself up right now, man. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking up your own opportunity. You get in your own way right now.
Yeah.
But,
yep. Who else got a question?
Nobody. Everybody knows everything.
I'll try to follow up the placements question.
Okay.
Do you have any like I don't know, like I know you said like just grind and hustle and hand beats out. Do you have any like special techniques if like you were to come across an artist, like anything that might persuade them, like the way you talk to them, or like special way, like if you give them beats, I don't know, through an email or in person, anything that might, I don't know.
You can send emails. You can just be cool, man. Like, man, nobody likes a fucking bugaboo, and nobody likes fucking just annoying ass motherfuckers and just uncool motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't saying you gotta dress cool or look cool. Just be cool though. Like you just, you know what I'm saying? So a motherfucker might have, because you gotta break the ice somehow. So you gotta have some, special interest, or you know what I'm saying, whether it's sports or video games or something. You know what I'm saying, or bitches or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have some kind of.
It's got to be personable at the end of the day.
Exactly, it's gotta be personable, man, and it's gotta break the ice somehow. Cause like I got a call from my fucking Riff Raff the other day out the blue. It was like, and me and him just hit it off because he cool, I'm cool. Like, all right, fuck it. I might not really listen to your music, but you a cool motherfucker, so fuck it, we gonna work. You know what I mean? We just hit it off. So I think it's just about being cool or not being a fucking asshole, or just not being annoying. You know what I'm saying? And just being cool, man. That's it. I can't really. And you gotta be born with that shit, man. Because not everybody's cool like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, step up your people skills, Beat Club. Come on, y'all.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
yeah,
I got a question. Since you mentioned you don't have to dress cool, so I know I had posted something about like a post kind of like similar to that, like with Zaytoven.
Don't like a bum. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna like, cause Zaytoven, he posted like, somebody hit him up to like listen to his music. 9 times out of 10, if he looks like a bum, he ain't gonna listen to it. But if he looked like money, he might give it that chance. So do you think appearance, when it comes to working with artists, is a big thing?
Artists maybe, but it depends if that's your shtick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you might be one of like a Lil Dicky or somebody, or Eminem or Logic. These guys don't dress fly and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they are who they are. You know what I mean? That's their thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really judge people how they dress. Honestly, I don't pay attention to people's jewelry. I don't pay attention to their sneakers, nothing, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just listen to the music. That's just me. You know what I mean? Zaytoven may go for a different crowd and may go for a different type of artist. So that particular style of music is more braggadocious. So you might, that motherfucker he's gonna have to have some Ferragamo shoes or some goddamn, like, so. But I don't care about that stuff. I don't check their Rolex for little things to see if it's fake or whatever. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it is whatever.
Right. Marco.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo.
Oh yeah. What's up, man? This is Marco from Italy. I had a curiosity, most of all. I was checking the credit production. Of course, I speak names like Drake, Gucci Mane, and them, and then I saw Fabri Fibra. It was very hilarious to me. Fabri Fibra is like the first rapper in Italy, and I was curious. First of all, I would like can you confirm that? Did you produce the track for Fabri Fibra?
I've never heard of that person.
Rook got production credits he doesn't even know about.
Right.
All right.
Where is this? Okay. Is this on Wikipedia, Marco?
Yeah. You just broke my heart.
I don't know. I'm about to recheck now. Shit, I don't know.
Okay, no, I was just curious how about did it happen, but you don't remember his name, so I don't think it really happened.
Yeah, no, I don't know, bro. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. That's why you can't trust Wikipedia these days.
Yeah.
False information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that person, but it's all good. I mean, they might be good. I don't know. Who knows?
So let me see. Someone else had a question. Who else had a question? Skylar had a question that he typed in the chat. He said, if you were sending tracks to an artist, would you recommend sending links over MP3s? I hear people say that links are the way to go, but what is your take on this?
Yeah, do links, whatever you want to do.
So do you still send beats via email?
Yeah, I do. I do. Does somebody have a question? Somebody says I have a question. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Scared money don't make money, so fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do.
Yeah.
If you're too scared to fucking send out an email, then don't fucking quit music. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's like if you know what I'm saying, like if you're going to meet Jay-Z, but you gotta walk through the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like fuck it, you gonna come up the hood with Jay-Z, nigga. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. I'll walk on the sun if I had to fucking get a placement with Jay. That'd be
exactly
crazy.
I'll be right along with you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see. Who else?
Yo, I got a question. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can y'all hear me?
What up, Paul?
Yeah, I got a question. You say the best way is to get your music out is to email people. You know, I've had my music stolen before. So what's the risk? What's the risk on that? You know, I mean, I had beats stolen, and then I'm hearing my stuff on the radio by a group, and that's it. They seem like the music business is. I don't know if it's just a risky thing. Seem to be kind of risky, you know.
Yeah, well, no risk, no reward. You know what I mean? Like, I've had stuff stolen from me. You know, it's gonna happen no matter what level you're at. You know what I mean? I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no risk, no reward, and scared money don't make money. Basically, you know. I could tell you stuff that I could play you beats in my computer and then play some beats on Justin Bieber album. Be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, and then I know that I've sent to Justin Bieber personally. You know what I'm saying? So, but what are you really gonna do about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna fuck?
What can you do about it?
I mean, man.
I think it depends on how big. I mean, how much.
Yeah,
what's the opportunity cost for you?
If the song is like a fucking smash hit record, then you sue. But if it's like a fucking album track that didn't make jack shit, then fuck it. Man, like you charge to the game. You know what I'm saying? Nah, real talk. It's happened to me recently. Okay. So
okay.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it. Real talk, man. I appreciate that.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So don't be scared, man. No risk, no reward. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be one of the guys still.
Okay.
I'm one of the good guys. I promise.
Good tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had my shit really stolen. I mean, actually, none that I know of. I mean, I'm sure people rip my shit off of YouTube and just upload it to their YouTube channel with like 5 subscribers.
Bro, we've had tracks replayed note for note, line for line, like
it's crazy.
Yeah. So nah. But whatever. It happens.
Damn.
The cream always rises to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the saying.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
How was Justice League formed?
Just doing music in Tampa. Just doing, like, you know, Coleon was, you know, he was a local rapper out there, and he was doing this thing. I was producing for a lot of niggas out there in Tampa, and we just had mutual friends, and we just kind of linked up. Said, fuck it, let's do it. Corleone did tracks that I couldn't do, and I did tracks that he couldn't do, so we said, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah. Just an FYI, my phone's on 10%. I don't know where the fuck my damn charger is though.
Oh shit.
So how much longer do we have? I could put you guys on pause and go grab my charger.
Yeah, that's cool. Go do your thing. I'm sure we still got a couple questions from people.
Yeah. So let me. Is that cool if I just grab my charger?
Yeah, of course. Do your thing.
So let me do that. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. Well, I'll play some beats or something.
So all right. So give me 2 minutes. I got
right.
run upstairs.
You good, bro? Let's see. So.
Keto, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if maybe he said it in the very first question, but his first placement was with Jeezy, young Jeezy.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
On TM 101.
Okay.
Classic album, man.
Yo, Kato.
Yo.
How long did that take him, Kato? How long did that take him, Kato?
To get that placement?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know if he mentioned that, but that was his first placement. I guess we can ask him when he gets back how long that took him.
Yeah, I think it took him a little bit, but
it could have.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
I heard it takes a while.
It definitely takes time, man. I mean, none of this shit comes quickly. I can vouch from experience, from personal experience. I mean, it takes a long time for shit to happen in this game. That's why you just got to be patient, because nothing ever happens quickly.
Yeah. I guess something I ain't got no patience, man. I'm just being real. But
see, what's funny though is I always put it like this. I'm macro patient, like in the long term, when it comes to like long-term goals, I'm patient for the long game. When it comes to like day-to-day stuff that you have to do on a daily basis to get shit done, I'm extremely impatient.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to putting out content, when it comes to like sending out beats, or when it comes to getting records mixed, I'm super impatient when it comes to that type of stuff, because those are all the little things that you have to do to reach your goal in the long term. So I guess a good way to put it is like you have to be in it for the long game, but you should be able to get shit done on a daily basis, and it's all about speed, man.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, just like Chris said.
Hey man, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me on this phone I got?
No, we hear you.
You can't see me though?
No, I think you. There should be an option to turn on your camera.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get used to this technology,
No doubt, man. There should be a little button on the bottom that says start video or something like that.
Record. Okay, I got you, man.
Yeah.
I never spoke on this thing like this before. I mean, it's pretty cool,
Hey man, that's what we do in Beat Club. We're ahead of the curve.
Right. That's what, since I got in Beat Club, y'all do this kind of stuff. I think it's pretty cool, man. I've learned a lot listening to you guys, rather.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Yeah, I mean, no one else is really doing this, to be honest. Like, who else do you know that is bringing guys like of Rook's caliber on live streams and just dropping knowledge? That's priceless, man. That's years and years and years of experience that you're never going to get anywhere else, on a consistent basis. So,
yeah, I feel you on that, man. It's like it's a sin, man, or something for producers to get together and have a conversation. I noticed that. I mean, not even talking about working together, man. I noticed that since I've been in it. They just don't want to get together for some reason.
Yeah, you know, everyone in the game is kind of out for themselves, and no one really gives a shit about helping others and paying it forward. I mean, there's very few producers out there that genuinely care about the community and pushing the culture forward. So, you know, I'm one of those guys that believe in paying it forward. So, you know, that's why we
back, guys. I'm back. Paying it forward. Yeah, I'm back. Paying it forward.
Paying it forward, man.
Cool. Yeah. So, you know.
Paul had a question that that goes back to your Jeezy placement, your first placement on TM 101.
Okay.
He asked, how long did that take you to get?
Like from what? From
when you, I guess, from when you kind of started taking your music production seriously up until the point that you got that placement.
Fuck, I don't know. I was like, well, I was gonna say from when I first started working with Jeezy till the album came out, it was probably like a year and a half, maybe, or maybe 2 years, maybe. But man, I started making beats on like 15 years old. I sucked up. So
yeah. Well, we all did.
I was 15 in the mid 90s, and so.
So then, how old were you? So you were 15 when you started making beats, and then how old were you when you when you got that first placement? Hold on, you're on mute. Hang on.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So when that album come out, 2004, 2005?
Yeah.
Can you Google that real quick? I don't remember. So
I think that's right. I got your Wikipedia open.
Okay.
July 26,
2005. 2005, yep.
2005. So I'm 38 now. So you guys do the math.
2005. Damn, I'm Asian, but I fucking.
I know. I was about to say, God damn it.
The one Asian in here cannot do the math.
I was trying to lean on you for the math.
Don't look at me when it comes to that.
All right, so yeah, so that was
26.
Huh?
26.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So what? Then that's 11 years.
Yeah, that's some. Yeah. Okay. You definitely. You know, it definitely took you some years to. Just...
But when I really started taking it seriously though was like 2002.
Right.
That's when I really started taking it. But I was making beats in the 90s on the ASR10 and all that shit. So, but I wasn't just taking it seriously, you know.
Right. Got you.
But yeah.
Got you.
We met in 08. See, Dustin. We met in 08. Cool. Good to see you again.
DJs. Rashawn said, I have a question. What's your workflow like? Do you have a bunch of beats and then mix them all at a separate time? Or do you just do a beat and finish it all the way through before you move on to the next?
I fucking ADD like a motherfucker, bro. I work on about 20 of them bitches in like 1 hour and shit. And I might do like a hi-hat on this one and a melody on this one. Like I got ADD like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the studio, like I do something from scratch, then I work like all day and all night. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in with an artist, I mean.
Right.
But if I'm by myself, I'm a bunch of starters. I start ideas, and, you know.
Come back to them later.
Come back to them.
Yeah.
I'm not the kind of guy that makes a beat in like 10 minutes. But yeah, I made this beat in 10 minutes. It's a hit, dog. Like, nah, I don't do it. I mean, some people can do that, but that's cool. Like, what's his name, man? Was it Southside? That motherfucker don't even gotta look at the fucking or hear the beat to even like make the beat. That's crazy to me. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I guess when you're step sequencing, you don't really have to listen. If you know the sound and you know the step sequencer, you don't really have to listen to know what the beat's gonna sound like. You know what I'm saying? but I'm really into sound manipulation and mixing and stuff. So so my workflow is a little different from that.
Right on.
Speaking about that, I have another question. Oh, sorry. There's a follow-up.
Yeah, all good.
He said, "Do you play any instruments, Rook?"
I don't play shit. Nah, but I mean, I play good enough. I play good enough keys, good enough bass, good enough guitar, good enough. But I don't really play. I'm not a player. So I get guys way more talented than me to play.
And I think that's a huge part of being a good producer, man, is just knowing how to put the pieces together. I mean, you don't have to do everything yourself. Like very few people, I feel like, are great at everything, So if you can just put the pieces together and bring in people who are great at what they do and glue it all together, you've done your job.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it kind of hinders you too, man. Like if you're like you want to do everything on yourself,
right?
It kind of hinders you a little bit,
Yep.
So I'm swiping over here. I see everybody's faces and shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. I should have told you that. My bad. Marco, you had a question?
Yeah. I was curious about this. When you send beats to artists, is it possible that they say something like, "Hey, this beat is dope, but I don't like that guitar. Can you please change it?" And then it takes, I don't know, a lifetime to finish it. Does it happen?
A lifetime, like till you die?
Oh no, I mean a lot of time.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, what's the question exactly?
How much time can it take? Oh, no. The real question was, does it happen that artists are not completely satisfied by the first version of your beat and they propose some changes?
Absolutely.
Okay. They know what they want to change, or they're just saying, I'm not sure if I'm liking it. Can you just change?
I mean, sometimes the artist knows, but then more or less is the manager or the A&R. They'll be like, "Well, we need this. We need to drive more. We need more punch. We need to change this guitar. We need to do this." You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the artists, like if you're working on rappers, they're not gonna fucking know. They're not gonna know. But if you're working on musicians and stuff like that, or like a musician singer, or an A&R or a manager that actually knows music, then they'll know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of rappers they don't know shit.
That's funny. That's curious.
I mean, because all you gotta do is rap. Just rap good. Listen, if you a rapping motherfucker, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta know how to fucking what guitars to use and what amps to use and reverbs and shit. Fuck that shit. If you want to, good, but.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Markland has a question.
Markland.
It looks like
you muted. Markland, you muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro.
That button, cuz.
or if your mic ain't working, just type it in the chat.
Nah, it ain't working, man. It ain't working, man.
I think this is Markland's first session, so we'll give him some time to figure it out.
Okay.
Who else had a question?
I got a question.
Go for it.
Oh, all right. What's up? What do you think about like paying like big name artists to get on your beat? Because I've seen some people do that. I've just always wondered about that, like if it's even worth it or not.
Who's speaking?
Martin
Reimer. His video ain't on, but
I see the name. All right, so paying a big name artist to do what?
Like drop a verse on your beat or a hook or something.
Yeah, do it. Like who?
Shit, I don't know. Like like Drake or some shit. I'm not even. It's just like any big name artist. Like
yeah, if you, I mean. Yeah, I think
Have y'all done that before, Rook? Have y'all like paid artists to get on your tracks?
Yeah, we paid our first hit record. We paid T-Pain $100,000.
Woo!
100 grand.
And was it? Did you see a return on that? Like, was it worth it?
Hell yeah! What the fuck? What? 100 grand, nigga? Shit. What? Off a hit record, bro? Shit, I fucking bought a couple things off that motherfucker, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's worth it. I mean, Drake feature's gonna cost about that, if anything.
Yeah.
You know, that's with the video feature and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Tell Drake I'll throw him 10 bands. What that might get me like four bars.
You throw him a couple strippers, he might fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
I got him on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Couple Claremont Lounge strippers, I got him.
Oh man. Oh man.
Throw Blondie in there, you know.
Oh man.
Make it happen.
He's gonna block you.
All right, word, man. Thanks.
Who else got a question?
I got one.
20 minutes. Go ahead, bro.
So when you hiring musicians to play whatever parts for you on your tracks, how do you go about paying them? Do you give them like a piece of the song, or do you just pay them a flat fee?
In our case, if we do a major label placement, we don't pay them. They'll go through the union. What country are you in?
I'm from South Africa, but I'm in San Diego now, California.
I mean, it depends. I mean, you can give them a couple bucks. I mean, for the time, whatever, get $50, $100 or something for the time, and just be like, hey, it's kind of like playing the gig for them, you know? Because most of the time they don't make no more than $50, $100 for a gig anyway. They be at a gig for goddamn 3 hours or 4 hours and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but if they're creating with you, like producing with you or whatever, then you know, don't give them nothing. Just give them a little percentage of publishing. Like, you can work it out however you want to do it. There's creative ways to do it. Me, well, it's different with me because you know any musician that works with me that's a goddamn opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You could possibly win a motherfucking Grammy. You work with me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, straight up.
You know, damn, so dusting it. But yeah. So I mean, it depends on the capacity in which they're working.
Okay, dope. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Rook, have you ever had any situations where, I mean, I know we talked about the Chance situation, but is there any other music that you produced where you didn't, you know, you either didn't get any of the publishing or you were never paid for it? Any other situations like that?
Back in the day, yeah. Back in the day. Recently, it really is just people replaying, thinking they can get away with it.
Mm.
But most of the time, everybody's straight up. Everybody's straight up with you.
And so if that happens when they replay your shit, even if the artist may or may not be aware of it, is that grounds for you like never working with that person? Does that turn you off to like working with that person forever?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Blackball.
Huh?
It's like a blacklist, like blacklisting an artist.
Yeah, just I don't fuck with you no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fuck with you no more. So you know. But that's so rare, though. It's so rare. Like it's rare that you know it's rare.
Yeah.
So I don't even worry about that shit. You know, super rare.
Right. Let's see. Who else got a question?
I got one. I should go ahead. You can go ahead.
All right, thanks. So I have a question about what you suggested of going the artist-producer route. So I'm actually trying to do that. So I was thinking, is there anything specific that we should keep in mind when we're trying to do that in terms of the relationship with an artist? So as an example, so for like keeping things official in terms of royalties and everything. So is going over these things over an email or like Facebook message and everything enough, or you would suggest something more official?
I mean, I always like to start at just splitting everything, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're the record label, but splitting the publishing and all that shit evenly. That's what I like to start at, and then just go from there. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, got you. So I guess my main question is that I usually try to like go over things through an email, like going over like the main things, like saying that, hey, I want to use this verse that you sent me on this track, and I'm going to be the main artist, you're going to be the feature artist, and all that. So mostly in that sense, so that the artist doesn't want to use that as his own record. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I mean, it all depends. I like speaking to people rather than emailing people.
Yeah, got you. I was asking mostly in terms of like documenting thing. Is that like official enough to having it in an email?
Email, absolutely.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's the real question. Emails can be used in court, yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah.
Text messages can't. Emails can.
Oh, I see. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Rook, which one of your records have you made the most money off of? I'm gonna do my DJ Envy thing, and ask you questions about money and shit.
Fuck, man, I don't know, bro. We've done a lot of records.
I know. What's been like the biggest one? Because I know which records I know your production best for,
Right.
But I could be wrong, I don't know.
Man, it's gotta be between like She Got It and Aston Martin Music and was it Lil Wayne, John? If I Die Today, man, me and John and that shit. Cause that shit gets so much sync. Like the sync money is crazy on that shit. Man.
See, I was gonna say Aston Martin Music because I just remember that record was so big. Like I heard that shit everywhere. I went on YouTube. That shit has almost 100 million plays. Like, that was a classic.
Yeah, man. I'm still spending Aston Martin money music.
Let me hold some, bro. Let me hold some.
I don't know, man. You can't even calculate my age, man. I don't know.
That's true. You're right.
I was messing with you, man. I was playing.
That's crazy. Aston Martin music, huh?
It all depends, man. Like, I have to like really look, bro, because it's kind of you just make. God damn, I hate sounding like a fucking douchebag when I say this.
Just say it, man.
Like, all right, so you like a lot of songs generate a lot of money to where you can't really, like, you just lose track of this shit unless you really go through the itemized fucking, BMI statements and all the label statements and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah,
man. So I hate sound like a fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the game, though. I mean, a lot of us. I feel like a lot of producers just don't know because, obviously we're not on that level where we're getting those big checks like consistently. So I think it's motivational to hear like,
yeah,
that shit can happen and you can live off publishing.
Literally living off of music that I've done 10 years ago right now. So
Crazy.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
But invest wisely, spend wisely, pay taxes.
Any crazy purchases?
I mean, crazy? I don't know.
Cars, like jewelry. I know you said you're not really a jewelry kind of guy, but
I mean, I spent like I did buy. Okay, I did buy the Han Solo chain. I did buy
that. Han Solo chain.
When Han Solo was frozen in carbonite, I had that made, and that shit was pretty hard, pretty expensive. That shit was kind of dope. I don't even wear that motherfucker. That shit, but that shit is just somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's worth keeping, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, I don't know. Cars is regular shit, man. You know, fucking Ferraris and Porsches, that type of shit, man. That shit is just, that's just cars. Cars is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, bro. I I've bought so many cars now, and that shit is so stupid now. Like I just got a Mercedes now. I just roll around in Mercedes. That's just nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a like. Motherfuckers be buying Bentleys and motherfuckers be buying for all. Like, I've already did all that shit. Now it's like I like to stay low key.
Right.
It's cooler to actually have money than to make it look like you have money. You know.
1000%, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I'm chilling, man. But you know what? I still got a little. Man. I get my little itches every now and then, man.
I'm sure you still like to flex every now and then.
Yeah. I get my little itches. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, I was at the damn Range Rover dealership today looking. I was like,
Should I buy this dealership? Is what Rook thought to himself. I mean, you earned it, bro. You put in the work. So I feel like anyone at that level who has the money to spend, I mean, fuck it, spend it. You can't take it to the grave with you, so why not?
Nah, you know what? For a person like myself, I come from nothing. My family comes from nothing, but I want to make sure that they're good. That's my thing. Make sure they're cool, and I can at least pay it forward within my own family legacy.
Right. Respect. Who else? We got about 10 minutes.
I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
This is for you and Rook and Kato. What do y'all feel like? Do y'all feel like there's a difference between background film and TV music and album placements?
Yeah, there is. There is. You get paid quicker from syncs. You get paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, like, as far as like structuring the songs though, what's the difference between the two?
So my bad. I'm still thinking about money and shit.
Nah, you good.
Man, you know what? It's no real structure, man. You just kind of, do what you do. No real different change in structure. If it's good, it's good. If they like it, they like it. They use it, they use it. There's no real.
Gotcha. I don't know. I just felt like it was maybe a problem with my music because I'm having, I wouldn't say success, but I'm having more luck, if you will, with the background TV and film numbers than with, because really this is pretty much a numbers game. I'm finding out to be like I've sent music to countless companies, man. Say like 2 out of 100 may hit you up and say they like it or they want to use it, but I'm still trucking. But I'm having more luck with that than I am with artists. Like the artists are like pretty much procrastinating. I'm like, yo, you get your ass on. Like, come on, man. I want to work.
Man, I know. Trust me, I'm there. I'm right there with you, bro. I think the syncs are cool. They're dope. And you don't have to really wait. You get paid. Like, I mean, you get paid quicker like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But do you really get the same satisfaction creatively with that. You know what I mean?
No.
Right. Exactly.
Definitely not.
Right. So it's a double-edged sword. You get paid quicker, right? And you get money, but is it I'd rather have, I'd rather have 1 or 2 hits a year than 20 placements on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
yep.
It's your preference, honestly.
Gotcha. Kato, I appreciate you doing this, man. This really helped. I actually learned a lot today.
Good.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm Swerve Beats, by the way. I come through on the IG sometimes.
Oh, dope.
I appreciate it.
On mine's or Justice League?
Kato. Kato actually comes through on
oh shit, you ain't talking to me.
That's the same name. Oh,
okay.
You, bro! I didn't know you had a hand in making John. I listen to that like 32 times a week. That joke's so hard.
Yeah, cause what happened with that record is, we did "I'm Not a Star" with Rick Ross.
Okay, yeah.
And so Polo the Don and another producer from Orlando, they made the track and they sampled our stuff.
Ayo.
Okay, gotcha.
Ayo, yeah, Ayo, and yeah, so when they sampled it, then we pretty much got like all the publishing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
That's dope.
It's pretty much our song though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean both versions, but still cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good one. It's a good one. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Rook, do you ever get tied up kind of like in the politics of the game? I mean, you know, like I love the creative side of the music, but I've had a lot of situations where I'm just impatient. Like I hate waiting, especially in 2017. I feel like, it's more about speed now than ever in some situations. So I hate waiting on motherfuckers to tell me like when I can drop my music, or waiting on artists, like waiting on managers, A&Rs, labels, like all that shit. What's your thoughts and views on that?
Views on waiting, or views on views on waiting, or
I mean, have you ever had a record that either didn't come out or was like came out way later than you?
Bro, all the time, bro. Dog. There's a huge artist that we just did a record for, right? Huge.
Uh-huh.
Talking about like top artists that we just did a record for.
Mm-hmm.
But we did it in 2014. And it's just now about to come out. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like, I hate waiting too, man, but sometimes you gotta be patient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if it's a huge artist though. Like when I'm talking about huge, I'm talking about like
worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that situation I can understand a little bit more, but how about with smaller artists? Do you feel like there's any strategy in waiting to put your music out, or do you think kind of lesser known artists should just be throwing shit out constantly?
It all depends how good they are, man. Because sometimes whack motherfuckers throw us music all the time, and they suck. But and then sometimes we get to see that maturation process in front of our eyes. But I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like seeing artist development. I don't like being guinea pigs for artists. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Like as a consumer, I don't like being a guinea pig for the artist. That's shit my nerves. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me personally. That's just me. I like to hear the fucking. I'd rather you be a fucking artist, a dope artist before, and then once you're a dope artist, you could change your sound through the years. It's kind of like Madonna. When Madonna came out, she was already groomed. She was already, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I mean? But Man, yeah. I don't like waiting either, but fuck it.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game. I'm patient. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm patient. But I know a lot of people don't have that luxury though. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like you're patient at this point in your career because I'm sure you're comfortable. But a lot of like upcoming producers who are still hungry for their first placement or for whatever, still in the beginning stages, they're ready to go. So it's
be patient, man. Be patient and try not to rub people the wrong way, type stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't really see you as being an impatient person. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's kind of like ill. Like I always use Illmind as an example because he's such he's a leader in the online production game.
Yeah.
And but with all due respect, he still hasn't had that super smash single yet.
Yeah.
Right. And Illmind is super patient. One of the most talented producers I know, good friend, so I always use him as a barometer because there's aspects of his process and work that I look up to. I'm like, man, that's really fucking cool. It's really dope. And then I try to give him pointers and be like, yo, just you gonna get that smash, bro. Like you gonna get a smash where you probably ain't gonna never have to work again ever. You know what I'm saying?
What do you attribute that to? Because I've been following Illmind for a really long time too. I mean, he's been in the game for a long time. He's like you said, super talented. Why has he not had that huge monster hit yet?
I think a lot of his focus. I don't know. I like. Look, I've heard catalogs from Illmind. I'm like, fuck, man, this is a fucking smash. God damn, this is hard. Like, if I was a fucking label head or A&R, I'd be like, hey, Illmind, here. Like, I'm gonna put you in the studio with Katy Perry, and you're gonna fucking produce her album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of nigga I would be. You know what I mean? But I mean, maybe a lot of his focus was on the sound kits and drum kits, and the touring and stuff. And that shit worked out for him.
Yeah.
Like, big time.
Big time.
So, I think, look, he's gonna get his smash. He's gonna get his smash signal. He's going to get it. Yeah. If it's already not in the pipeline. Because he could have something coming out with goddamn Michael Jackson tomorrow that I don't even know about.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time, really.
Yeah, like Illmind's the last motherfucker I'm worried about him getting the smash like that.
Yeah,
he's so goddamn talented. Like,
yeah, he's definitely killing other aspects of the game too. Martin had a question. Actually, is there someone that didn't have a chance to ask a question that wanted to? We got like 1 minute left.
Yeah, where the bitches at, man?
Ain't no bitches in Beat Club, bro.
I had one question that I asked earlier, but I'd like to ask one more before it ends.
Okay.
Now, how do you know when an artist, like, where does it separate between a starving artist and a desperate artist?
Shit, I don't know. A starving artist? I feel like this is a joke. What's the difference between a starving artist and a desperate artist?
Well, I mean, like, somebody that'll just jump on anything other than a starving artist that's looking for actually an opportunity to grow his career than an artist that just wants to jump on every track that he can, and it doesn't matter if it sounds good or
I think it's just in the. Are you asking from a producer perspective, like deciding? Who
Yeah, I mean, just from a producer's perspective. But I had this happen to me this week. This artist is wanting to like work together on something, but he's not even giving me any of his links to what he's done and
exactly. So I
jumped
think
the gun, and it's like he's starving for work, for
I think
wanting to work, but he won't. I mean, it sounds to me he's more desperate to get somebody to work with him because he doesn't have anything out there yet.
No, why you want to work with him?
I don't want to work with him. I mean,
yeah, fuck him. Is he paying you?
No.
Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's honestly the first thing you have to ask yourself, Johnny, is like, do you want to work with him, first of all? And then it's like you have to kind of gauge his approach, you know. It goes back to what Rook was talking about just being personable, you know. Is he just blowing up your line or your DM or your email, just, you know, acting desperate to fucking work with you because you'll throw him free beats, or like is he a cool person that you can actually build shit with, you know? And is he talented?
That, I mean, I don't even know if he's talented because
oh man, this is like a self-explanatory answer, bro. Honestly, you don't even know if he's good or not. You never heard this motherfucker. If he's desperate, listen.
I've asked him numerous times to throw me some links or an EPK or something, and he's not even done that.
Yo, Dream Avenue Productions, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I say fuck that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga.
I'll go get his fucking shine box.
There's Tony. I ain't heard him all night.
I just got in. My bad.
Yeah.
Bro, you missed the whole shit just now.
I know you guys missed me so much, so I just had to, you know.
He's going to have to pay for this one now.
I had to infect the beat club as much as I can in the little bit time I have left.
All right. Well, I don't want to take up any more of Rook's time. I'm sure he's a business. He got hits to make. He's got money to make. He's got better things to do than sit in a room full of dudes with no bitches, right, Rook?
Yep. Well, one more question. That'll be all right. One more question.
All right.
I ain't got a question about it.
If that's okay with you, Kato. If that's okay with you.
Hey, shit, that's cool with me, man.
Okay.
I ain't got a question, bro, but I just want to say I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Cool, man. Thanks for listening.
Who wants to ask a question?
I only had one question. I said, where the hoes
at? Crickets.
How much do you charge for collabs?
For what?
For collabs.
How much what?
How much
you charge for collabs?
What do you mean?
Like if you were gonna collab with like another producer, how much would you charge them? And what would the price be?
I never charge nobody for a collab. That's the thing?
That's the thing. But
that's the thing.
But I think, you know,
that's a new hustle. Yeah, I need to get on that.
That's a
hey, what's up? Hey, all your niggas want to collab with me? Hit me up.
Damn, man.
Starting now.
I shouldn't have told him that, boy.
Nah, Rook ain't worried about that, man. He's doing all right without the collab money.
True.
I mean, it's all good. Listen, the thing is, the opportunity is enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, damn, niggas is charging the collab.
Yeah, man. A lot of these niggas out of my price range. That's what I'd be like. Y'all can have it. Like,
what's your price range?
What's who price range?
Your price.
$10.
Bruh, I mean, nah, man. They be knocking niggas over the head for like a couple $100. I'd be like, bruh, we supposed to be working together. Like, bruh, this a couple $100 too much. Yeah.
So you thinking that if I said a couple $100, that's gonna be?
I mean, like you done made a name for yourself.
And you start handing out sexual favors.
Oh nah, bro, you going with that? You go ahead with that. Nah, like you already made a name for yourself, so like a couple hundred will be reasonable. Like I'm talking about like
You know what? What are you talking about? I'm thinking, nigga, what are you talking about?
I mean, we've had producers in here. I won't say names, but we've had producers.
I can't even fucking wipe my ass with a couple $100. Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, I walk out the door and that's just $100. Nigga, what you talking about?
Oh no.
This is the other side of Rook that he was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I ain't know that level yet.
There's Facebook Rook right now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, his Facebook. We're making Facebook great again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about that game, honestly. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know, like, I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah.
You just put me.
Well, before you start, let's collab, and then you can do whatever. You can do whatever after that. Like, let's do like 2 tracks, and then you can do whatever after that.
Oh man, that's funny. Well, maybe we'll see. We'll see, maybe.
Word.
I mean, but the thing is, like, Kato's in line first. He's the top.
I was gonna say, man. I remember the first time I met Rook. I think I was at like and I'll never forget this too. But I was at a beat showcase, and this was like before I had produced Schizo for Jaron Benton, and like before we got signed to Funk Volume and all that shit.
Yeah, the good old days, Kato.
The good old days, way back in the day. And Rook was actually
the beanie hat days, Kato.
Rook was actually one of the judges, and then after the show, he came up to me and he was like, "Yo, let's get up in the studio." And so I think within that same week, maybe even the next day, we got up at Tree Sound and just went through a bunch of tracks, and I'll never forget that, man. That was like my first kind of big. That was like a big deal to me, you know.
Yeah, man. Like, no, you was super cool, super respectful. Your tracks were banging. I was like, yo, actually, your tracks are so good that I felt like you didn't even need my help. You didn't even need. It was like on some, yo, you gonna make it. You gonna do what you do. And like,
and then I never heard from Rook again after that.
Hey. I think y'all should do something together, man. That track could be fire, man.
I'm too old, man.
Nah, ain't no such thing. Y'all can go ahead and do it.
Nah, actually, you know, we everybody else actually, you guys actually can collab with us. So we put out a sample pack that we made. It's on Luxury. Get that? Do I gotta type that in?
Type it in, bro. Luxury Sounds. What is it?
Pipe up. I don't know how this shit works, bro.
Hold on. I'll type it in. What is it? Luxury Sounds.
Luxury Sound Society.
Sound Society.
I'm about to get to work right damn now.
Yeah, so we got a sample pack we just put out. We got some plugins that we just that we put out. We got some contact instruments that we put out. Like all the shit we designed, like we put love and care in this motherfucker. Like everything is mastered, mixed, and analog gear and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is good. And we also got some t-shirts and gear and hats and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Word. What's your social media, Rook? Plug that real quick.
Twitter is Justice League. The IG is Justice_League. My personal IG is Rook Flair, ROOKFLA. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Woo! You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, that's it, man. Then my Facebook is Rook Flair, but I'm very cautious.
Rick is lit on Facebook. Definitely send him that friend request.
So I'm very cautious of who I add. You know what I mean? Because I'm over here. I'm triggering people every day on Facebook.
Facts. Word. Well, we appreciate you, bro. Thank you for taking the time. Are you doing anything at A3C this year?
Nah, fuck them niggas.
Damn.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I might be around. I don't know. I don't really fuck with them like that though, man, because they be acting funny. You know what I'm saying?
Are you open to doing some shit at A3C though? Because I mean, like, I feel like you need to, because they're doing a whole bunch of like producer shit this year at the Creator Complex. I feel like you need to be on some panels or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel you.
You see my the I don't want to say disgust, but I'm just tired of them niggas.
Yeah. They did you dirty?
I ain't gonna say they did me dirty, man, but they just they're just weird, man. You know what I'm saying? When you a motherfucker that help them out from the beginning,
yeah,
and they just treat you a certain way, it's like, all right, fuck.
Yeah, so it depends on. I don't know who you were talking to. I think it depends on who you were talking to. But I know some cool ass people that I'll talk to you after the stream, bro. But I feel like you should definitely. I mean, you need to be doing like. I mean, you got so much like knowledge and value to add to the producer world. I feel like people need to know that. So,
cool.
Yeah, I'll be in touch with you for sure.
Cool. I'm open. I'm always open to change my mind. That's all good.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you, bro. We'll let you go. Everyone else, thank you for tuning in, and check the event schedule for the next Beat Club events.
Thank you,
hopefully, yeah. Shout out to Rook, man. Go follow him.
Right.
LuxurySoundSociety.com.
Check it out. Peace, y'all.
All right.